Hey y'all. So I just want to give a quick little reminder. I wrote it down so I don't get all, how I go off course all the time. Okay, if you want to step into your full power, to your highest timeline, your full potential, which I think we all do, we must recognize and align with who we are supposed to be in God's eyes. And that is aligning with our highest timeline. And what that takes is constantly taking your power back daily and realizing not all people, places, things, situations, relationships are meant for our highest good. And that is when we choose to look within, remember who we are, and where our true morals align within self. Not everyone else, not society, within ourselves. And you must ask yourself, am I choosing to be good to myself and good to others? Can I find the empathy within me to be able to give that to myself, to love myself first, to be able to give that out? And that's something that can be given unconditionally, because we must be able to see ourselves in others. And we are all mirrors to one another. So if we simply can't give empathy to others without, obviously, not expecting anything, but just being there for someone, right? Then you lack that within yourself. And that is something that really needs to be checked in on, and to check in with self every day and say, how do I want to be today? Do I want to be the crowd, all my friends? Or do I want to stand in my own power and speak my truth and do what I know is right? Because when we do that, when we stand in that true power, our true morals, our true beliefs in ourselves, how we want to reflect, how we want to stand and conduct ourselves is important. And it doesn't have to be you don't have to be perfect every day. What is perfect? What is normal? What is weird? But what you should know is to be someone that cares. Because if you don't care, you do not care about yourself. You just don't. Because what are we doing all day long? That projection, right? And that can be a good projection. It could be a happy-go-lucky, I'm in a good mood, I want everyone else to be in a good mood. That is the energy exchange. So when we lack empathy, or we lack to care, you're simply discarding yourself. So, and with that, so we must choose to look within and remember who we are daily. Okay? And where our true morals align. And are we choosing to be that good person, or are we choosing to not care and finding ourselves sometimes miserable, right? And hating ourselves sometimes. Because I don't think any of us were born to be bad people. Not in God's eyes. Believe in God or not, we are meant to be happy within ourselves. To express that will simply come out of you if you are truly happy with where you stand in your life. And a lot of us aren't. A lot of us are not. And that's okay, but make sure you're navigating your life to that happiness, whatever that is for you. And you must not care about what others think of you, or you will get stuck in their alignment with their unhappiness, their jealousy, their insecurities. And that's why it's so important, you guys. We do become who we surround ourselves with. Right? Even from our parents, what our parents taught us, and then what we see from even abusive relationships. Maybe your parents were, volatile, or they were narcissists, or they were the happiest, loving couple that you can see living forever. We take that on. Energy, it's all energy, and what we learn in our values. So make sure your values align with you. Not your parents, not your not your friends, not your coworkers, you. That is how you stay uniquely you. And we don't have to be harsh about it. We can be kind, and we don't have to be nice. Be kind, and being kind is showing empathy. And it's not like you have to give people things to show empathy. It's just, like I say, it's like smiling at someone that, you walk by. They don't smile back, then fine. Like, you did your part. You feel better, because you do feel better when you smile. You feel better when you look good. You feel better when you take care of yourself. You feel better when you fucking give yourself love and the true desires and happiness within that you want. Because you need these things in life, you guys. We do. We need to find that grounding within self. And that's really figuring out, who the fuck are we? Who do we want to be? What do you, and it's not even like, what do you want to be remembered by? And every day is a new day. You are forgiven every day by God. And you must forgive yourself. And you must forgive others. Holding resentment is fucking terrible. Like, when we hold resentment towards others, they are not even thinking about that any longer, That's what builds in all that hate. And you don't want to walk around hating yourself and disguising it as like, I don't care. Truly. And that's why it's like so important to just caretake for yourself. Show yourself empathy. Okay? And so, like they say, sometimes unbeknownst to ourselves, we truly can and do become who and what we surround ourselves with. Relationships, food, activities, things, materialistic things, etc. And when you are around those right people, when you choose to be, when your vibration is high and you find yourself around the right people, or you find yourself around other people that really just like keep it real, and that you might not always like what they have to say, but they keep it real, and you're kind of like, okay, like let me feel that out. And then you see, like, you can be just as real and yourself, your kid self, like your joy, the non-judgment, no one wants to be judged, no one wants to be lied to, no one wants to be played out here. Nobody. I do not care if and mind you, if you end up playing someone, that karma will be given back to you in some way, some form, because you need to learn a lesson that you fucking put out there unbeknownst to yourself, or you knew what you were doing. And that's like universal fucking law. Okay? So we just have to figure out, how do we want to be each day? And we're not going to always be pleasant each day. And that's fucking okay too. So, but we can show empathy. We can. And we need to, you guys, we need to. We are moving towards a new world, a new earth. And it's kindness. And didn't we learn that from like day one as kids? Don't take, be kind to thy neighbor, or like don't take from the kid next to you. Like, no, that's not yours. Like, give that back. Say sorry. Like, it's so, like, I feel like I say the same shit every day, but because we need to find our way back to that simplicity, to fucking love, to our heart space. And mind you, when your heart is closed off, and you're trying to even close it off because you're like, I hate the world. It's like, okay. But like, and I get it. We go through shit. We go through a lot of shit that it's easy to like hate everything around us. But when we have that closed heart, you are not going much further with your manifestations. You're not building. And what I was going to get to is, when you're around people, places, things that are harmful, that are negative, that want to overpower you, you are at a loss. You will not be able to get to your full potential. And that is simply that. And it's not even people intentionally doing it, but everyone has their own lane. And we must recognize our lane every day along with others. Because if they're intruding on ours and we allow people in, that's that free will. You either allow them in or you don't. You do that hookup, you do that relationship. You don't know how to step away from the parents that are being overbearing or whatnot. You're choosing to be under a cover of their own power. And that power can be malicious or it can be pleasant. But when it's pleasant, that person is going to want you to be pleasant as well. They're not going to keep you. We must be aware. Not all that glimmers is gold, or like whatever, not all that shines is whatever that saying is, you guys. But it's so true. And we can be bold in our power, not rude. Like I'm bold in what I say, and I have been through shit that I should have never gone through. And all I was trying to do was be a kind person out here. And I got sideswiped by people I never would think. But I must forgive them. Not for them, but for me. And, and we must forgive ourselves each day. We have to, you guys. God forgives us every day. Every day. Every day is a new morning. Okay? My mom used to say, like, every day is a new day to start fresh. And she was right. It is. So give that to yourself. And, it's like giving that to others a bit. Because we do not know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't. I don't care what it looks like on top. It is never fully that. And that's just that. And we either can ask a question and maybe you'll get an answer and maybe you won't. But don't make assumptions either of others. We must stop assuming. And it's not really our right to make assumptions and then judge people, especially if you're not going to stand up and ask the question, So how are we going to be each day? How do you want to conduct yourself in this world that's crazy enough? But where's your truth? Where's your love? Where's your heart? Okay? So, and when you are around those right people, when you find those right people, and sometimes they'll like sneak up on you, those people, places, things, situations, you personally will feel uplifted, like within yourself. Like you'll be like, and that scares people sometimes, that feeling. That's like that heart opening feeling, that heart chakra opening. It feels different, right? And that is how we can tell where we even want to be in this world, or who we want to be around, or what activities we want to jump into with who. Because there are people that will uplift you because they are uplifted in themselves. And there are other people that will drag you to motherfucking hell with a smile on their face. Right? Not all that shimmers is gold, or whatever that saying is. So we have to be careful, and that's why calling back your power is so important. But when we feel that, like when you feel that upliftment, like you'll feel that strength. You'll feel a different type of empowerment within yourself. Because that person's not going to steal your power. They have their own. So when you stand next to each other, you are both empowered individually, uniquely. And then you can either choose to build together, have a friendship, work together, hook up, whatever works, whatever floats the boat, because it's like an energetic match. So it's really fucking important, you guys, to recognize who are your energetic matches. And trust me, you can be in the worst mood in the world and you will attract people that will, but it's misery does like company, because people are really unhealed out here, and that's okay. That's okay. We all were unhealed. We are forever healing. But you must recognize, don't become the ones around you that are never choosing to do that, or never choosing to heal, never choosing to look inside themselves, because you will become their victim. You will. And it's fucking scary. Because sometimes your whole crowd around you, you'll wake up one day and be like, I don't resonate with these people. Like, where am I? Who am I? And do we want to get to that point? And some of us have out here. But, like I said, there's always a new day. Pick your ass back up. Look in the fucking mirror and say, that's not who I am. How can I change this? How can I get myself out of these situations? And that's boldness. That is telling yourself the truth first, and then speaking that truth to others. Or separating yourself. I'm not saying ghosting people, but I'm saying know that you're better than that, or you want to step away from that. It's not for you anymore. And that's the people, places, things, situations, relationships. And it's very important. If you want to get to your highest timeline, it takes fucking hermiting. It takes self-recognition. It takes truth, hard truth, and admitting your faults, and knowing you're not perfect, and you'll never be. We are perfectly imperfect, or we are perfect in our own ways. Each and every one of us is perfect just as we are. We truly are. We have to believe that we are worth the while, that we're worth it. And I know everyone on here is worth it. Every single person in this world is worth it. But where most people lack is they don't believe that they're worth it. And then you fall back, or it's a I don't care, or because it's easy to do that, right? But then you can fall too far back, and your soul will say, no, this is not who we are. This is not the destiny that I want for your avatar that you're just living in. So remember who you guys are, okay? It's so important. It's so fucking important. And you get to be who you want to be every fucking day. And I hope that is someone that is kind and willing to put in the work, to fight their demons, to understand their shadow, to appreciate their shadow. You guys, we've been told wrong. The light is the dark is the light. Like, where you find yourself is in the dark. You must master that shadow and appreciate it, because that shadow that ego even is a part of that shadow. But we need that ego. We need that boldness, but don't get too, above yourself, because then you're just gonna become a douchebag. And then you're gonna be like, well, I don't care. And it's like, okay. So, my loves, let's take each day to check in, oh my gosh, with ourselves, and notice all around us. Is that who you truly align with, and how do you feel inside? And is it beneficial for you and all that surround you? Okay, I was going off of more the people, places, and things that were around. Are we feeling lower and having to almost submit to their attitude, these people's placement in life, and how they want to conduct themselves? Because if we find ourselves not being able to speak up for ourselves and be exactly who we need to be, then we're kind of just falling in line with their ways, their personality traits, the choices that they make in their lives. And it's really easy to lose yourself within other people's choices. And it can be scary if you end up in a relationship with someone like that, married to someone like that. And remember, you guys, we're growing every day. We've been going through major shifts with the worldly shifts of the awakenings. People are going to change. Mindsets are changing. The ways that we want to live our lives, it's important. It must be important to you, of how you want your day in, day out, your life, your true happiness, your soul fulfillment to look for you, not for the world, for you. And when you caretake for yourself in that way, and it's not forever that you're going to be like alone. No, but you're trying to figure yourself out. It's not forever to feel that like that hermit alone. It's healthy, it's good, it's finding yourself, you're transitioning, you're ascending. So yes, you choose you, and yes, you should choose yourself every day, and can still be around people, places, things, obviously, like, but when the moments arise where you maybe not agree and you need to speak up for yourself, you do that. That is choosing you. Okay? We're not all going to agree. But please don't allow yourself to be fooled into falling in alignment with what? Because their avatar looks pretty? Because they know how to put on a good smile? Or what, they have all the money in the world? Don't fool yourself. All exterior, even money, the home, the freaking checklist, right? That's good and grand. But if you are not connecting and seeing and feeling their soul, you're not truly knowing who that person is. And if that can be a lasting friendship, a lasting relationship, a lasting partnership in work, for your career. And that takes time, right? And that takes letting your barriers down. That takes for you to know who you are, right? For you to put your barriers down, to know that vulnerability is strength. It's not a weakness. But you don't know others until you know yourself. So we must learn thyself. Yeah, and that is healing thyself. That is taking time for thyself. It is. It's truly taking off the masks, stripping away the onion layers of yourself. And it's not easy. But if you want true happiness within you, and to have, say, a forever friendship, a forever partnering your business, you gotta learn that person. You gotta feel, and that's intuition, you guys. That is when you know your intuition, you feel. Like the empaths out here, all we do is feel. All we do is understand. We see through people, and it's not easy for us. Okay, but I would rather that than not know who's on the other end of my friendship, my partnership, my relationship, my partnership in business, my roommate. I don't have a roommate, but I've had. But like, you're side by side that person. You want to trust that person. How much do you trust yourself? How real are you with yourself? Because whatever is in front of you is right. People can only match you, or match you as far as they've come, or they can only give you advice as much as they've met themselves, like they understand, right? I totally botched that, but like, you really, like, the more in depth you know about yourself and you learn, that is knowing your intuition. That is truly knowing yourself, that you can feel other people's energies. And that is what we are doing out here every day. I got it. People can only meet you as far as they've met themselves. So, how far has that person, relationship, how in depth have they gone with themselves? Are they connected to their soul? Truly, are they aligned with their beliefs? Are they honoring those beliefs? Are they giving themselves the benefit, and you, to really be able to like shed not just the makeup off their face, but truly be the vulnerable individual that we all are. We all have feelings, and we must get in tune to those. But we cannot carry ourselves through life wearing masks. It will fall. It will fall. Then who are you? So just know yourself. Learn yourself. and appreciate yourself enough. Give yourself that benefit to be vulnerable, to love yourself enough to stand in your truth and be the strength that you need every day, because it is hard out here. We are in Earth School. We're learning our lessons, and you must choose to see the lesson and not fight it. The stubbornness, the pride, the shitty side of that ego, when you get too far into that, it's not beneficial. It's just not. And we all know it. We all know it, but we fight it, right? But when are we going to stop fighting it? And when are we going to look at our losses as actual wins? Because you can alchemize. I literally say it, like, alchemize your hardships into insight. Not only for self, but be a beacon for others. And you become that beacon for others if you choose to. And we are, you guys, how we conduct ourselves each day when you're going to work, when you're, out at activities, whatever, the bar, whatever, like, you're a presentation of yourself. So how are you going to conduct yourself? We can all be kind out here. So, and that is really, like, that is the energy that you do want to exude. You don't have to love everyone, but when we can have a base level of being kind, it's simple. Because that just goes to show that you are super kind to yourself then, each and every day. And yeah, sometimes you want to, like, beat yourself over the head and, like, I failed this. No. Where's the lesson in it? Let's learn from the fails, because they can be transmuted into wins. And that's how you alchemize. You turn your pain into power. You transmute the negative energy into positive, simply by even saying that. So, but you have to choose and want to do that for yourself. Doesn't it feel better when you smile? Doesn't it feel better when even you put on makeup and look beautiful, or you get your new kicks for the guys or whatever? I don't know, or just self-care. But these are choices we have to make every day. And we don't always have to, like, oh, I need to be this. No, it's like, if I want to sit in my rut, sit in it. That is feeling through it. That is transmuting it as well. Recognizing it, sitting in it, letting it pass through you, right? But just make sure you don't sit in it forever and become this victim and then pull people in, that whole misery loves company, because you'll get lost in that. And then you become resentful, and then you project out on others, and we're really not doing that, you guys. You can only do that for so long to other people until they will crack. They will break on you too and say, hell to the no. Okay? That's a tower moment will come. Seriously. And it doesn't feel good to be in that. I literally tell myself I will never, like, allow other people's energy to become mine. Not even, like, their highest good energy. Like, every day I call back my power. Because I don't want to sit in ruts unless they are my own ruts. That I don't even want to sit in those, But I have to let it pass through me to understand it. Because we all feel. So, do you want to stand in your light? Your light, no one else's. Your light, your uniqueness, your boldness, your strength, your vulnerability, which is empowering. Because you truly know thyself. You're learning. Or do you want to act like the rebel of I don't care and I hate the world? Because that doesn't feel good. And we all feel. You can't run from your feelings. And don't let them get away from you, because you'll end up hating yourself. And we all deserve to be loved and to love ourselves. God loves each and every one of us. He sees us as his brightest lights. And we are all so fucking unique, you guys. So, I think it's simple. Your worth is undeniable. Choose yourself, love yourself, and don't let your feelings get away from you. Don't let you lose your soul and what your soul fulfillment in life wants to be. It wants to be great. Whichever direction you take that, make sure you're giving yourself that benefit to strive, to be successful. Not in a shady way, not cutting corners, but to give yourself the opportunity to heal the places that are broken a little bit, because we all have them. There's the kicker. We're all going through this. So love yourself enough to choose you. And yes, sometimes that is choosing you over other people that are not serving you. All right. I love you guys so much. Please, you guys, can you guys like, and I know you guys always comment, I love you guys, but like the video and subscribe. Subscribing is free, only because it literally helps out the algorithm. I can never say that word. And it just gets my content out to more people. So yeah, I would appreciate it. Because you guys are already watching it, but like no one's liking it. It's okay, but I love you. And I will link my offerings obviously at the end. And I hope everyone really has the best day, the best week, the best weekend, the best month, the best, yeah. Choose you, booze. I love you guys. I'll see you in the comments. Okay, bye.
Body dance for you.